As we ascend the summit, know that I can protect you from the worst of the lightning and the wind shears, provided you do not stray too far from my side. As for any other threats, you will need to deal with those of your own accord.
I used to soar above this peak. Nothing troubled my true form. That scent! Knockfrost came this way! Passage! Knockfrost went this way! This way! I will gnaw Knockfrost's nose off!
We're following your Daedrat?
Knockfrost is gone! Curse him! Master, I smell blood. Mortal blood. It seems I have a very strong nose in this puny form. I smell Knockfrost as well. He was here, I am certain of it. Oh, freshly spilled, Master. A mortal died here not long ago. We should look around and see what tale this place can tell us about those who ascend to the summit. Travelers can be careless, especially when they are being killed. Dead mortals pay little attention to where they leave their bodies, or the things they carry. Very untidy. Selfish of them, really. Daedra avoid that by simply not dying. Usually. Search the cave, Master. A mortal died nearby. I smell magic, too. Dark and strange.
I do not take orders from a Daedrat. You found something? It did not occur to me to bother with a dead mortal.
Twisted rod. That's what I smelled. It must be important.
I've seen only a few dead mortals during our stays in Wretched Spire. But it's obvious that this cultist died recently. I do not need the nose of a Daedrat to smell freshly spilled blood. What did you find? Let me see. This key is not familiar to me, but it might prove useful. A way into the waking flame lair, perhaps? Careless of them to let some weakling walk about with it. Or for Varkanaz Novkroz to leave it behind, unless he had no need of it. We saw that Novkroz directed his underlings Jind and Zainoaz to question waking flame cultists about the cataclyst device. I believe this cultist met the same fate. But seizing a captive on Sister Seldina's doorstep... Knockfrost grows bold. It's unimportant whatever power it once held has been expended. The Daedrat might sniff and paw at it, but if the rod had a purpose, Knockfrost would not have left it behind. Collect your pet. We should get to the summit.
There is nothing defective about my hearing, Master, or my curiosity. The Blade Bearer is wrong to dismiss me with such contempt. I am Aarox the Mutilator! Have I not proved myself useful? Master, as you wish, Master. The day will come when I fall upon your enemies like a burning thunderbolt, and lay 100 blackened skulls at your feet. Let us see if the Blade Bearer sneers at Aarox then, as you command.
The creature is stowed? Then let us move. Remember, mortal, do not range too far from me, else I cannot protect you from the summit's elements. Effective for blocking narrow places. See if the key you found by the dead mortal is of any use here.
Windgate. My truth can tear through it with ease. Very good, Master. Not as good as tearing it down and stomping it to rubble, but still, well done.
A portal? Curse it. Our enemies have already fled.
Where is the Dagonist temple? What exactly did the Mad Seer tell you, mortal? Did he lie?
Nok'Vroz used that portal, Master. His scent lingers.
I don't think Elagian lied. The riven cataclyst must be beyond that portal.
Tell me again, mortal. What exactly did Elagian say to you when you asked about the riven cataclyst? If that portal leads to wherever the cataclyst waits, then Elagian spoke true. We will not know until we use it, however. I sense that the portal connects to Nirn. Moreover, it contains a ward meant specifically for me. I dare not step through. Sister Saldina and the Waking Flame have attempted to neutralize me before. They warded this portal with a spell that will unravel my current body. Remember, I cannot die. Not like you. But I can be inconvenienced by the process of reformation. Perhaps, but it would take time we do not have. You must serve as my eyes, little mortal. Find the cataclyst. Examine it. Remember everything you see. Then do whatever you feel is necessary. Take the anchorite. I'll send Rinkaius through shortly. We suspect the riven cataclyst waits through that portal, but we cannot be sure. If you find it, deal with its guardians and do what you must until I can join you. If this is a trap, do your best to survive and then return to me in the Deadlands. You do not need to concern yourself with my safety, little mortal. Besides, the blade bearers who remain have a reputation that is well earned. We will be able to handle most anything that comes after us. I would much prefer to examine an intact cataclyst. If I cannot dispel the ward, I will simply travel to Nirn and find you. It will just take time. Deal with Sister Saldina and the Waking Flame as you must, but do not destroy the cataclyst. There are things I still need to learn, mortal. If you feel you must destroy it, then do as I ask and examine it first. Tell me everything you see. But if the danger is not immediate, leave it intact so I may study it directly. Anything that stands out. Better if you can find notes or bring me a piece of the device. Whatever will help me understand how it somehow transforms Daedra, who are supposed to be unchangeable, eternal. Now go.
Take the anchorite and go, mortal. I will follow after I give the Blade Bearers their instructions and confer with Lyrinth.
I don't think I've ever been to Nern.
Let's go, Master! Nookfrost must feel the wrath of my teeth and claws!
So this is Nern? It's so different.
How dare they pen up my kin like feral clan fear? Free them, mortal!
Rincaius? Our kin! They feed them to a device beneath the Citadel!
Report, Hadri. What is this place?
They call it Fort Grief. Valkanar's Nockfrost's minions captured us near Jin's foundry and turned us over to the Waking Flame. They brought us here.
Mortal, I will escort my kin back to the portal. Press on, and free any other blade bearers you encounter.
Prepare the next set of prisoners for the cataclyst.
Soon a great storm of destruction shall break upon Margaret.
Sister Saldina told me.
Nockfrost!
Don't mess with a street pig!
I know that stink anywhere.
I do not understand. What are you saying?
That's your damn machine.
We won't let you feed us to your device.
These mortals are allies, Dothaz. Tell them what you know of this place.
Blade bearers do not bother with mortals. Even those a wretched spire we barely tolerate. But if Rincaius commands it, I will treat you as an ally. This device they call the cataclyst. It is an abomination. We tracked our first group of missing blade bearers to Kinmarch Jin's foundry. When Nockfrost gave our kin to the Waking Flame mortals, we followed them to a Nylark summit. That's where Nokvros's blood adepts captured us. Yes, bound like Ogrim waiting for the torturer's lash. The mortal leader, Sister Seldina. Nokvros stood beside her like a trained clanfear. They took our kin to the Citadel, to their cataclyst device. They use our essence to fuel the infernal thing. I heard the cultists talking. Apparently, early versions of the cataclyst used a single Daedra and transformed them into some sort of living disaster. But this version, the riven cataclyst, it drains the essence from many Daedra, leaving nothing behind. Mortals, you know nothing. They use the collected essences to create a single powerful incarnate. The essences overwhelm the recipient, erasing them, remaking them. They become a mindless force of destruction. Meanwhile, the drained ones die. Normally we cannot, but with our essence drained, nothing remains to return to oblivion. Nothing to reform. You need to know, they have another stronghold, a place called Deadlight. But if you seek the Riven Cataclyst, it's in the fort's citadel.
Mortals, make your way into the Citadel. I will follow once my kin are safe.
Nicely done! Strange sense here. Something metallic, sharp. It smells of power. Maybe the cataclyst, Master.
escorted my kin to safety. Now let us find the riven cataclyst and punish our foes.
You do not command here, Nokraz. I take no orders from you.
Sister Seldina and Nokros, they're in the chamber below.
We're dangerous, huh?
Intruders, stop them!
Fools to think you can stop us.
Will reward my devotion. You'll see. Intruders? Good. You will fall before the power of my newest incarnate. Destroy my beautiful creation.
The incarnate's drawing power from the cataclyst. I'll try to stop the flow.
Those look vulnerable.
Such pointless courage. Waiting to try to spell out behind that mask.
Take shelter under my shield.
open! Hurry!
It took a while, but I finally determined your location and opened that portal. Come, mortal. Tell me all. Once the Blade Bearers appeared and told me about Fort Grief, it only took a short time to ascertain your exact location and open a portal. This seemed like a safe enough place to regroup. Now, tell me what transpired. Did you find the Riven cataclyst? You had to. Before I could examine it? Did you at least take a close look at the device? Or bring back any of its component parts for me to study? So we have nothing? Nothing I can investigate? No one I can interrogate? I am disappointed, mortal. Now I must start all over again. Deadlight? That name is familiar. A lost realm somewhere in Oblivion. We need to return to Fargrave. Make inquiries. Locate this hidden place. Meet me at Madam Wim's, little mortal. Perhaps my investigations will yield answers after all.
Blade Bearers, scour the Deadlands for signs of the waking flame. Wherever Sister Seldina hides, we will find her.
Don't underestimate us.
There's always opportunities in Fargrave for the ambitious and skilled. Take a contract with the Sarathu Tong, and you won't have to fight everyone else for work. The Sarathu Tong's chief blacksmith, Ravam Drome, ran out of materials, and our next shipment got delayed. He's just standing around the guild hall, relaxing. There's a cache of weapons and armor in the Den of the Unmaker. Bring them back for us. The Unmaker is one of the strongest beings in the Deadlands. Even Dagon's Daedra go against it and lose. Plus, now it has help in the form of some Havocryl. That means abandoned armor for the picking. We'll pay for what you retrieve. Interested? I already told you about the work that's available. Well, the Sarathu Tong pay for results, not chit-chat.
Master, show Lyrinth the twisted rod. It's important, I'm sure of it.
I assumed we'd find answers here in Fargrave. Some way to salvage the opportunity denied me at Forge Grief. But no. Even Madam Wim seems at a loss as to the location of Deadlight. Let me see. It contains a dormant enchantment of some sort. It feels unpleasant. And the magic, it smells like your Daedrat. I will keep the rod and study it as time permits. Unfortunately, I do not think it is related to Sister Seldina. I'm not sure yet, but the answer will become clear soon enough. I should not have gotten angry, little mortal. You have helped me a great deal, and you certainly helped Fargrave and Nirn by destroying the Riven Cataclyst. Take this as a recompense. The secrets I seek rest with Sister Seldina. She still has the means to create more cataclysts, so the danger to Fargrave and Nirn remains. We must ascertain the location of Deadlight, and this hidden stronghold the Blade Bearers heard mentioned. Everything I know about Deadlight is rumor and conjecture. It is a plane that suffered some great cataclysm in the ancient past, a realm forgotten and lost to time. I had hoped that Madam Wim would know more, but she claims the place is a mystery. Interesting. The Blade Bearer clan's scouts are indeed competent. Perhaps they can find the trail where we have thus far turned up nothing. Very well. Find Rincaius and see what he has learned. Meanwhile, I have my own research to conduct. I asked Rincaius to meet us here in Fargrave. You should find him in the Plaza of Portals. See if his scouts learned anything useful, or if he requires your assistance. In the meantime, I have investigations of my own to attend to. Much of what I study is beyond the limits of your mortal comprehension, but I suppose you have earned some insight into my grand purpose. I plan to study the twisted rod you gave me. I also want to ask the Anchorite about the events at Fort Grief. Did you not see that coming? I'm surprised they remained allies for as long as they did. Valkanaz Nokvraz obviously hated providing support to a mortal, and Sister Seldina clearly despised having Daedric oversight. Certainly not. Nokvraz was attempting to figure out how to build his own cataclyst, you do recall. But we should strike at the waking flame while it is in disarray. Find their hidden stronghold, learn what I require, and then do what you must. Any tool can find a purpose in the correct hand. I sense dormant magic within the rod. And something about the energy reminds me of your Daedrat. He does he? Interesting. We have seen that the Daedrat's senses are highly attuned. Perhaps there is more to the rod than I originally suspected. I will study it and see what I can learn. Both Rincaius and the Anchorite mentioned how she disrupted the Cataclyst's power, giving you the opportunity to defeat the Incarnate and destroy the machine. She claims not to know how she accomplished that. Perhaps I can help her understand. I only want to hear her story. Ask her questions. She has indicated that when she tries to access her forgotten memories, the mask causes some amount of discomfort, but I will not personally inflict any harm upon her. Do you not trust me, mortal?
I don't know whether your return here is a sign of good news or bad. Did you find another ill-fated entity under contract with me? Corpse? Can't say that I'm surprised. Miket continues to be too uncoordinated for retrievals. He tries his best, but I fear it will be a few more millennia before he's able to move with grace or stealth. It won't be a lasting death. Maybe he will learn something from this that he did not from every death he has suffered before. You said you have something from his possessions? Ah, so Miket wasn't completely useless. Madame Wim won't be totally displeased with his performance. For his lack of follow-through, I'll pay Miket a portion of the agreed-upon earnings. You have rightful claim to the rest. Here. I employed a few prospective creatures to retrieve more of these plain stones, but given how you discovered the last creature I sent, I do not have high hopes. If you come across more ill-fated employees, please bring the plainstones to me. I am under no obligation to explain that to you. We have no dealings, no contract or agreements. The only thing that ties us is that you returned what was lost. You are an admirable mortal. Do not misunderstand me, but Madame Wim cannot favor you.
I just overheard one of the grasp. Some mad scrids broke into Gasmod's collection.
Three ponders these tidings and finds them absurd. Gasmod would suffer no such reproach.
Doubt me if you like, but even Gasmod's eyes have blind spots.
Sorry, I was just thinking. Ever since we returned from Fort Grief, I've been having strange visions. More forgotten memories bubbling to the surface. At least, I hope that's what it is. Some mortals who linger in Fargrave for too long go insane. Twice now, something triggered a return of memory. First when the Collector examined my mask, and then when I disrupted the cataclyst. But I just see fragments, nothing clear or precise. Funny, but I think the amulet has something to do with it. Yes, whatever I did to the cataclyst, and it was me, I'm certain of that, even if I don't understand how. It also charged the amulet. Like what happens to a Lucent when you place it in a dynamis font. Except this energy draws out my memories. As I said, fragments. Glimpses of clarity in a haze of forgotten moments. I feel loneliness. I see a dark, enclosed space. A flash of blinding light. Nothing very useful or definitive, I'm afraid. Maybe Lyrinth can help me make sense of it.
Save Bree? Who are all these new Dremora in Fargrave? The ones with the big swords?
Bree is baffled by your ignorance. They belong to Clan Bladebearer, which should be obvious.
Is that right? Well, what are they doing here? Some kind of Dremora festival?
Bree struggles to ignore that ludicrous idea. He recalls hearing news of blade bearers imprisoned in the mortal fortress before they were set free.
Hail, Rincaius! We found it.
Report, what have you uncovered?
You were correct. The mortal Dagonists have broken with Vulcanar's Nakvraz. They retreat to a hidden stronghold in Deadlight.
Where is Lyrinth, mortal? As you heard, the Blade Bearers have found Sister Seldina and her cultists. The Waking Flame has nowhere left to run. I forced a cultist to tell me about Deadlight. It's a broken realm, apparently destroyed by Mehrunes Dagon eons ago. He gave it to the cult and they built a stronghold there. A clever hiding place, but the portal to the realm requires a special key. That we have not yet determined, but I have a plan. You must follow one of the groups of cultists, trail them to the portal, and take their key. If the portal key works like the keys to Fargrave, you'll also need the code to operate it. We will search for more cultists. Here, the locations my scouts found in the Deadlands. I suggest you start in the Sever. Find a key in the portal and we'll rendezvous before the assault begins. And take the Daedrat with you. His smell offends me.
Let us find these mortal cultists and finish with them, Master. Then we can wreak vengeance on the traitorous Nakvraz. As you say, Master. I remain in your debt and will do as you command. My nose will guide us. My rage will drive us. And my fury will freeze the cultists in their tracks. Let us hunt, Master.
Hm.